Alright people, what's up everyone, and welcome to another reaction video for today, and they're just gonna upload all of the songs as clips, I guess. This is, of course, the clip-a-doo for The Little Mermaid 2023, This is Under the Sea. So, let's get to it. I was wondering about this one, because they already released Kiss the Girl, the Part of Your World, I'm assuming Poor Unfortunate Souls will be next. I would assume that one. I'm actually, because David Diggs. We already know. Is it pronounced David Diggs? I think it is. We already know he could sing, obviously. And we heard him in Kiss the Girl. So yeah. I figured he'd do a good job. I want to hear Melissa McCarthy. I really would like to hear that. Because I even like the early screenings for this, like, I want to say, like, the early reactions, like, a little while ago at, like, some special screening, like, they weren't, like, great from what I heard, but I've heard the best thing about the movie is Melissa McCarthy as Ursula, which blew my mind, because when I heard she was cast, I was like, oh. Yeah, I don't even hate Melissa McCarthy. I think she can be great, especially when she does dramatic roles, but, Can You Ever Forgive Me is a great movie. Anyway, nobody saw it, by the way. But it was great, and she was great in it. Anyway, let's that has nothing to do with anything. This is Under the Sea, okay? This is a big one. If I don't see a fish play an instrument, I'm gonna be pissed. I mean, it's only a minute, so maybe there's only a minute of that clip or that scene, so we might not see one in this clip. But if we don't see one in the full movie, I'm gonna be pissed. There's no way in hell you're gonna see that. Not in this realistic take of The Little Mermaid. I fucking need that. Anyway, let's go. 3, 2, 1, and play.
Sebastian, you had just seen it up there. The ship rode on the wind, and they filled the sky with fire.
Okay, listen to me. The human world is a mess.
Okay.
Life under the sea is better than anything they got going on up there. The sea is always greener. It's somebody else's lake.
You're a
going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things around you. What more is you looking for? Under the sea, under the sea. Darling,
I kind of like his voice. It's different. It's not as deep. Okay. All right. This is the thing. Like, same thing with Kiss the Girl. Yeah, I mean, that's the song, I guess. That is, definitely. And it doesn't sound bad. And to be fair, the beginning of Under the Sea is, it's a slower part. It gets more. I thought they were going to do a Kiss the Girl there where they start the clip like halfway through or like even close to the end of it, because Kiss the Girl, we saw the last minute of the song. I thought they'd do the same thing here, so I was hoping we'd see a fish. It's a progressive song, you know. It just gets more and more, you know. It starts off slow, and then, you know, it gets crazier with the lyrics and the visuals. So I'm hoping that's the case here. It's about the same though. Even has a little fish that surround her and stuff. From what I remember, I should have rewatched. I should do that before I watch these clips. Is rewatch the. I would even suggest doing that here, but obviously that would get this video. Like, I'm surprised Disney isn't going after these clips themselves. Like, but if I watch a full like song of a over 30-year-old movie, then they go nope. Even though, like, there's probably 15, 16, 17, 1,800 re-uploads of all these songs on YouTube. I'm sure they'll hit you though if you do a reaction. So I'm not going to do it. No siree. For the old version. New version I'll do, because they don't care. To be fair, it's only a clip. But all right, you know, I'm gonna watch it one more time. Just one more time.
Sebastian, you
because I think Holly Bailey is she's doing a good job.
The ship rolled
so from what I've seen so far.
Wind, and they filled the sky with fire.
Okay, listen to me. The human world is a mess. Life under the sea is better than anything they got going on up there. The seaweed is always greener. It's somebody else's lake.
Like Sebastian's voice in the original is obviously much deeper. You know, even I haven't heard it in a little while, but I can tell you, like, I'm not gonna try to do the accent, but I'm not gonna do that, but it's definitely different. But I like his is a little bit more like smooth, not smooth as in like cool, but like it's just like I don't know, it's not as rough, I guess. You know, it's not as deep, so it's like it's more pleasant. You know. Yeah, he's strong as shit, by the way. He's like, come here, bitch, where you going?
Right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you.
In the original, if I remember, all the fish like go around her, but differently, I think. I should rewatch it before. I will say the energy is definitely visually is that, you know what? I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna pause it real quick. Yeah, just rewatch. All right, so I just watched the first minute of it. You know, just because this is pretty much what that covers. So, all right, so I was right. The fish do swim around her. It's a little bit more. She interacts with the fish a little bit more. She like gets all excited. Weird way to say that, but whatever. This is different. The seahorses, or is it? It is, right? Yeah, it might happen a little bit later in the song, but I'm pretty sure it's new. There is just an energy, like just the way Sebastian's animated, and he's like moving around and stuff, and even his face, which obviously they decided not to give him a face, which I get. Like they probably thought it'd be a little too creepy with a face, but like they could have did something different. They didn't need to give him a face, but like. I don't know. Now he's already kind of creepy looking. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. There's just something about his eyes. And the mouth, too. Like, I'll give him credit. They tried to give him, like, some personality. His face, like, he's even, like, smiling. Yeah, at least he looks more like a crab. Even though I keep hearing that this type of crab wouldn't be at the bottom of the sea. So, I don't know. I don't know anything about crabs, so. Sebastian, let me see if I can get a shot of him. A good shot of him. Yeah, he looks like a crab, but he's like a mixture of a crab and a lobster. So I mean, he's like not as long as a lobster, but he has like more of a lobster vibe to him, like than a crab, obviously. But that's fine. It works for that movie, and hopefully this works for this movie. But I mean, the clips haven't been bad. It's just been like I don't even want to say fully soulless. Like visually it looks good. I don't think the special effects are bad like a lot of Disney movies have been. Like Beauty and the Beast is ugly. Like for the most part that movie's ugly. It's shit, even going way back, like Alice in Wonderland. I remember liking that movie at the time, but then I watched it like maybe a couple years later and it is hideous, that movie. That movie is fucking Lee. Good lord. So they were doing it even way back before, you know, everybody says Disney's gone to shit nowadays. But like that was back when, like, you know, I don't know. I don't know if they were releasing quality films back then. Maybe not live action stuff, but obviously Alice in Wonderland looked like shit. I think. I know some people be like, no, I love the look of it. It's so ugly. It's so ugly. It's such an ugly movie. Trying to see shots here. For the most part, it looks good, and I think she's gonna be good. Yeah, I think everybody cast in this movie is gonna do a good job. It's just my worry is that it's just not gonna do anything to really justify its existence, and that's the problem with these live action things. Like I was giving The Lion King credit before it came out because they kept saying like, yeah, it's gonna be more like we're gonna shoot it kind of like a documentary. And there's shots where I'm like, I could see what they're going for. It just didn't fucking work, and there was no personality in any of the animals. Which I know people will be like, well, yeah, the cats don't have personality. But the fucking when you're remaking a movie and you're making it worse in all ways, then what the fuck? I'm sorry, it's worse. It's worse. It's what? There's no getting around the fact that it's worse. And again, this isn't out yet, so I can't really judge it. But from what I've seen, it's worse. Not terrible. It's just worse. You know. And I did watch Kiss the Girl yesterday after I reacted to the Kiss the Girl clip, and it's a great song. It might be my favorite song in the whole movie. I don't know why. There's just about the vibe of that one that's great. And they implement I feel like a lot more instruments. I don't know. I'm not really a music guy, but I just like it starts off with like ooh. I mean this has later when we get to like the bass player the bass player is the bass and there's some Duke of Soul, so they have a bunch of instruments there. But I don't know, there's something about Kiss the Girl I really like. I need to watch the rest of this one. I only watched the first minute. Anyway, that's it. So not bad from what I'm hearing. Maybe it gets better, but I don't know. Again, I hope it's good. Again, I've said that many times. I hope it's good. Why the fuck would I want it to be bad? The only time I want a movie to be bad is if it's like it would be funny bad, you know. Which I don't think I've ever seen a Disney movie, or at least not in the last like few years, where it's been bad funny. It's always just been bad or so mediocre it's bad, you know. And this movie's so mediocre it's boring, and in my eyes that's bad. I'd rather have a bad movie than a fucking mediocre boring one, you know, or a bad boring one, I guess. Um, which those don't exist too much because I'm usually too angry to be to be bored. Like Ant-Man, I thought was terrible, and there was boring parts of that movie, but I was so angry at other times that my anger overlapped my boredom, and I just couldn't wait to get the fuck out of that theater. Anyway, that movie, Jesus.